Hi, good day. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be making a gluten-free vegan roti. So, if you're interested in having clean, delicious, vegan, gluten-free roti to have with your curries or whatever you choose, come join me and let's get to cooking. Okay, so what we have here is pureed potato and cassava. So what I did was dice up the potato and the cassava and I boiled it in coconut milk, and then I used a fork just to ground it up a bit, so that gave me this nice puree that we have here. And because I like a little seasoning in my food, I added a bit of Miss Dash's original seasoning to it and a bit of salt. And also what I have here is a cup of Bob's Red Mill all-purpose gluten-free flour. And to this mix here, we're going to add just about 3/4 cups of Bob's Red Mill brown rice flour. And to this mix here, we're going to add some baking powder, a teaspoon. So just about a 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar. Now, this is the first time that I'm making this roti or any roti, so we're basically experimenting together. And what I did was a composition of different recipes that I saw on YouTube, and I tweaked the recipes to something that is my own. So we'll see how that's going to come out. Teaspoon of grounded flaxseed. Right, so we're just gonna mix that in together until it's nicely combined. And you can add more flour as needed until you get the right consistency that you're looking for. So what I'm going to do is add a bit more of the Bob's Red Mill all-purpose flour, because it's a bit more moist than I would like it. More flour again. We want a soft dough, but not too sticky. I think it looks good so far, but the end product would be the real tester here. Yeah, so you see we have a nice glue coming together there. And once we get all this together, we're going to leave it covered with cling wrap for about a half an hour to let it sit, and then we're going to come back to it and make it into some balls, and then the magic continues. So now that our flour has been left to set, we're going to divide it up into little balls, and those balls are what we're going to knead out to make our roti. Alright, so you see the dough is nice and soft, but it's not sticking too much to my hands. That's exactly how you want it. And you could always add a bit of olive oil to your hands if you want to avoid this effect that we're getting here, which is a bit of dough stuck to my fingers. Okay, so since my efforts with the rolling pin didn't give the type of results I wanted, I decided to use what we call a press. Alright, so I'm hoping that this would give me the right thickness that I'm looking for from the dough. Oh, beautiful. You like how that looks, honey?
Yep.
If you don't have a pastel press, you can use a plate or a pot, because that's what we usually use here when we're making a Latin item called arepa. So I'm now going to transfer this to the pot and have that nice release that I'm looking for. Alright, so you're gonna let this get a nice golden color and then flip it over on the other side. Nice bubbles here. If you want, you can press it down and make sure that you're getting a nice golden color evenly on the side that is on the griddle. See if it's ready to turn over now. See that? Lovely. That's what we're looking for, guys. Look at that. Look how lovely and golden this is. And you want to make sure when you're finished that you're putting it in a cloth to keep it warm until you're ready to eat it. So this was my method, guys. If you're not as skilled with a rolling pin as I am, you can always use a press. If you don't have a press, you can use a plate or the bottom of a pot that has the circumference needed for the size that you're making, and that should work as well to give you this nice perfectly circular roti. Yeah, so we have our nice roti here. You see it's nice and pliable. You can wrap, use it as a wrap or whatever, however you choose to eat your roti.